So you want to be strong on day one of playing Once Human. Well, I can help you with that. Once you do this little tutorial here, we're going to fly in north of Deadsville, and during this video, we are going to acquire. This is a day one novice server, brand new account, no blueprints, no nothing, and
Stardust pollution.
on this day one, within a few hours, we will have the KVD boom mods for it and have killed the spider boss. Day one of this server without any backup, any help, anything. This is to show brand new players that they can be as strong as they want to be, and you'll be probably one of the strongest people on the entire server on the first day. What we're going to do is we're going to grab this teleporter, run in here, get this free deviant. It's random. You never know what you're going to get. You got a harvest seed. Okay, that's fine. And then you're going to go out and you're going to do the series of quests that it asks you to do leading up to coming back to Deadsville. So first thing we're going to do is come out here. Nice. Okay, we're on World 9, so there's a lot of people here playing. We're going to drop our house right here.
We better gather some ore and logs.
And one of the first things that we want, we can't quite get it yet, I don't think, but we're going to want long-range firepower. When it asks us to craft a weapon right before we go to Deadsville, we're going to use this for all of the rest of our killing until we get our KVD. This sniper rifle right here is beautiful. I don't know if we can even craft it yet because we may not have the supplies, but you don't need to. I mean, you can go ahead and now do the quests. So you're going to want to build the sniper rifle, and you're going to want to build the baseball bat. The baseball bat is the hardest hitting melee weapon in the game. It's broken because it gives itself a buff. When you hold right click to attack something with it, it does like 4 times the damage. It's insane. So you can actually save yourself bullets if you're just killing zombies. Just run up and just use your baseball bat. Just right click and they'll die in one hit.
We'll also need a furnace and a disassembly bench
okay.
to process
so
the materials
I am going to cut back to when these quests, beginning quests, are finished, and we'll continue from there. Alright, now we have done the beginning quests. We are on our way to Through. We're just picking up our motorcycle here. Yay!
This looks like it'll be fun to ride.
So, let's get on it, and we'll go up here.
These perceived deviations.
Do a few more of these quests, we'll open up
if you know enough
Stellar
about a
Stairway.
deviation,
That's
you can find a link to it.
going to help us get this weapon. We got the battle pass here, and it will help some
could lie in any unusual event.
because we'll start getting
Missing
the
transport
Star
team.
Crown. That's what
I
we
heard
really
that
need.
Claire's agent just
V would
reported
shut up there.
her transport team was spotted northeast of Deadsville. Let's head there and check it out.
That's what we really need is the Star Crown. We need if there's not an event going for the KVD, we need 8,000. If there is an event going for KVD, we'll save up 10,000 because if you do the event, you'll not only get the blueprint for the weapon, you'll get additional fragments so you can upgrade the weapon. But it's always a chance that event's just not running right now. So we'll see when we get a.
You're listening to Forward Radio, and I'm Eleanor Cole.
The wish
Did you
machine.
know that Rosetta
Now this is all still
Corporation
part of the
maintains a
tutorial
variety of
here.
facilities?
We're gonna jump off and if someone's doing flips and stuff there. And see what we're gonna do is just go straight into the baseball bat. One hard right click and it's over. We're gonna climb on top of this truck, get on the roof. Get this thing done. I am cutting out most of what we're going to be doing, like farming and stuff like that, because no one really wants to see a ton of farming, and like, because I'm not streaming, this is a video, so we're going to skip a lot. This is a little, the purple thing we just loaded from that first zombie will actually let you come in here and close yourself in, and there's a workbench, a stove, and even a bed if you're low on health, that you can restore your health and stuff in here, and it's safe from the zombies. And see, they just can't get in because they can't open the doors, but you can once you get that key. We do want to kill some of these because it's experience and they drop acid. But as you can see right now, there is absolutely no sense in wasting ammo.
Looks like
It's harder to come by this early anyway.
Let's look for clues on the transport
Press
team.
N to turn our flashlight on. Q to see all of the beautiful things in here we can loot. Loot all of the tables and chairs. And since there's other people here, there's a little bit less stuff that we gotta kill. Alright, let's head upstairs. We got a duck here. I think this woman's here. Yeah. Get rid of her. Get this, loot that table. This nice weapon chest here. And most weapons that you'll get in the game that you see, you'll just disassemble them. That's mainly what they drop for, is disassembling.
Look, time to grab some loot.
And as you get higher tier ones like purple and legendary, you can disassemble them and get
Didn't expect to find these goodies. These will help a
upgrades
lot.
for your weapons in the form of
Should be more good finds in other areas.
calibrations.
So remember to keep an eye out.
That's a different video. Here, we're just working to show you how you can get super strong really fast in the game, starting from literally nothing. Snap fingers. Because everything we kill gives us asterism, and that's the main thing that we're here for. There are a couple of creatures that you can loot that give what's called stellar planula, and we will look at those in just a moment. Once we finish this place, we will be looking at those. I'll show you where one is, maybe two in the video, but I'll send you links for where you can find all of them that are available like right now, because it is a really fast way to get your asterism up too, at least the amount that we're going to need for our weapon. Okay, that's all of this stuff. Now we go back. Did I loot that thing? Yes, we go back up. Why is that glowing? Go back up here. Loot the mystical crate. There we go. Now we are going to run through this door. Go up here. Talk to this guy to activate it. Oh, investigate, yes. We want to go blue. Oh, no. I think it's green. And then yellow. Yes, wonderful. Then we're going to go down here. Duck. Oh, someone's already killed the guy in here. That's fine. We'll loot this. And we're fixing to get to a different part of the story. And then I'll show you, like I said, real quick, the Morphic Crate, and then we're going to cut to the next,
Captain,
our next goal.
our guns work fine against
We got
deviants,
some nice
but a deviation.
epic pants.
Who
Now
knows
we
what
look like
that
a
thing could do?
professional baseball player.
You're scared.
Okay, now we go to Rotten Manor and clear that area. First, I'm going to show you this creature. And I believe it is about right there. It's near our home. There's two ways of identifying it. If you got your backpack on, the top of it, there's a light there will start flashing yellow. Closer you to get to the creature that's invisible, the faster it flashes. If you snap your fingers, your butterfly will also help you in locating.
There's still time.
Snap your finger, you can see a butterfly running around. Let me see it. Am I on the right hill? Yes, I believe it's over here. I believe it's over here. Someone always likes to build their house around it. Actually, someone's house, it looks like someone's house is right on it. Okay. It's over here. Now see, our butterfly's like, hey, there's something this way. And you see, it's flashing white right now, the back of our backpack. When you get closer to it, it'll turn yellow, and then it'll start flashing really bright yellow. Well, sometimes it does. I don't know why it's not yellow, but we're basically here, and yeah, it's like there it is. It's basically in someone's base right now. And you kill this thing. And you get Stellar Planula. You guys probably wondering, what was he doing in his base? In my base. But yeah, that is a Morphic Crate. And there are several of them all over, and they give these Stellar Planula. We got 12 right now. And for every 50 of those we get... Okay, we still got to do a couple more quests. As soon as we get done with the manor, we'll upgrade it. But I'll put a link down below that shows where all of the crates are. Those crates are in these couple of beginning areas, because you can technically get your KVD faster by going and gathering all of these crates. Now, one thing I like doing, I think we can do it at this point, before we go to the manor and do anything else, is do your commissions. You should be able to do them all around at your base here, and we've got 1,600 energy link to re-roll them to get the ones we want, and you hold tab, summon V, and then now ask him about commissions. You can only do this after you get the motorcycle. We want to go ahead and do these because we're going to get several levels here. So we can gather ore, craft 200 ammo, build 10 structures. That's a nice one because we can do it right here. Gather crops, we can do it right down the road, no problem. Gathering ore 100 times is a little more difficult. Let's see how much gunpowder we have for making ammo. Do we have any left? We want sniper rifle ammo. Ooh, that's 72. But what we're going to do, even though we don't need it, we can sneakily make LNG ammo just to finish the mission. In 10 seconds, and that one will be done. And you get a ton of experience. So it's worth doing. And you got 105 asterism. Really nice. Okay. Now it wants us to build 10 pieces of our base. So we're going to medics. Just basic wooden support. That's all you need. And we can build some walls, or we can build more foundations. that one's done. Look at there, we're level 7 already. Now we go back in here and see what we got left. We got those, and we don't like these. So we're going to refresh it and click no, don't show it again. Cooking. We can do that because that will work well with this. Now we go gather these, and then we can cook them here. So that's really good. So let's refresh. No, not what we want. There's always usually one that you can get to either make water, which is easy, or use your camera to take 5 pictures. Super easy. You don't even have to move to do that one. And then when you get all 5 of them done, you get a bonus large amount of XP that will give you several levels. So we're going to go down here real quick. We're going to go ahead and get the water boiling. Now the easiest way to do this is to just gather the water. So you don't have to build a stove right now. We will build it when we come back. I guess we go ahead. We can. But this is a trick that I put in my video for food and water. It's not really a trick. It's easily known. Press T to make a tent, and you can boil your water and roast your corn right here. So we got boiled water, 23. We don't have quite enough. We need enough for 30. So we need to make some more. Get this gathered up. I know this sounds boring right now, but after this, it gets easy. Right now, this is just prep work. Got to do all of the beginning stuff. There we go. Oh, it's because we need more wood. Not bad. Here we go. Get a little bit more. We're actually going to get some more because we'll need it for cooking too. Okay. Then what we'll do, because water is extremely heavy. That's okay. That's a fine amount right there. We got 1 corn, but we're fixing to go get a lot more corn really fast. And that's what we're going to use for cooking. Come over here. This is Deadsville, right beside us. We're actually just going to go to this little farm right here to the back of it. Right about there is where we're going to go. And there's several different cornfields that have corn and wheat galore. I'm just going to follow the road to go around so we don't disturb the zombies or scarecrows or anything like that right now. Another way you can get your asterisms up really fast is to go and do all of the different rift anchors. There is one here. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, there's also one of those morphic crates right here. There he is. And we'll loot him and get his stellar planula. Look at there. 3, and we get Stardust Source, which is really important because what we're going to do in a bit is we're going to upgrade. And here's a bunch of wheat too. We can go ahead and grab this wheat. It's fine. Okay. Let's pick our bot back up. Let's go ahead and grab this rift anchor real quick. Now, I do suggest just doing all of the area when you go to an area. Just go ahead and do it all. It's fine. Here's a little trick. See, that scarecrow is actually alive there. So what you want to do is... Oh. Set him on fire and then kill him. And then you can loot this thing. There's more Stardust Source and Stellar Planula. Now, these scarecrows aren't active. To tell if something's alive or not, you can hover your cursor over it, and if it turns red in the center, it's alive. Because there are some crates that are alive. They're mimics, and they'll attack you. Here we go. Look at there. More stellar planula and stardust source. Wonderful. Okay, and we're just going right back here into this field. Let's run over the zombie. There we go. Right about here. And all the green corn we can loot. Let's go ahead and pull our bat back out, because I think he's gonna come up here now that we run him over. There's several little fields here, so you just walk around them and you can loot all of the green corns. Oh, looks like he gave up on us. Okay. Sorry, can't help it. Gotta help people when they ask. Alright. Oh, there's a doggy. We'll go ahead and take him. It's a zombie dog, don't worry. There we go. We just got those, but we're going to go ahead and grab some, make sure we got enough corn to cook just corn. I don't know if we have any of the wheat. There we go. That's enough. Now from here we'll just press M and teleport back to our house. Run over here to our tent. Pick up our water, and that'll be another one done. Okay, there's one done, and now we just cook. Oh, we need we need more wood now. Okay. And we're completing journey things too, which do give you some experience and XP for your battle pass, which is really nice. Because again, like I said, we'll use a couple of the 1,000 that we get from the battle pass to help purchase our weapon. And as soon as we get done with these, I'll let y'all go to the manor on your own and do that stuff. And then when we complete it and get ready for some farming of the mods that we're going to need, I'll come back. So we'll get this done. I think it's the last one we've got, right? Yep, 4 or 5 done. As soon as we cook these, we'll get this. See, it's more stellar planula, plus 10 more, plus another 2,600 XP. It's really nice. Because what we'll do then, we'll be over level 10, and we'll go craft the level 10 version of our sniper rifle if we have the materials. We might have to do that after the manor. Okay. And I decided to do this to show that anyone can be as strong as they want to be. Oh, someone just killed a deer there. Right off the bat. I mean, this is a brand new server, and even, if people have played on other servers and they create a new character for this server, then they can use their blueprints they've already collected to craft here. And so this is for people who have nothing. We don't have any blueprints unlocked at all, other than the ones that it gave us for opening the mimetic. Oh, and while that's cooking, if you see some of these cones around, these are cool little things here. Run, deer, for that person to get you. You stand in these cones, and you line this picture up. And you hold it for a couple of seconds. Once it gets lined up, It's very finicky on how it wants you to stand, where it wants you to stand to do it. And then you got to stay there a few seconds when you think you've got it right. They can be quite finicky. There it is. And then it's got Energy Link, more Stellar Planula, and Stardust Source. Look at that. And these are all over the map too. So if you see broken signs, see it's back together now. If you see broken ones, then you can usually use your force of being a once human to fix them. All right, let's get this done. Oh, it's H on here. There we go, level 9. And now let's summon V. And there we go. We just hit level 10. And now in a week we can do the rest. But just to make sure we get all our current XP, press J and go ahead and complete all of these journey things that we've already done just for running around. Get all this nice XP, and look at that asterism pile up. Now we can go into our battle pass. Look at there, we got 1,000 waiting for us right now. Wonderful. So we're already, if you press I, at 1,000. We need 8,000 to get to be just outrageously powerful. Alright, we're going to press O to go to our mimetics, and up here we got two mimetic specializations, one for level 5, one for level 10. They are random on what you get. It looks like we didn't get a decent one at all, so we're just going to take load handling. Better yield or smelting time? I think better smelting time is better for us for now. Okay, and now the Stellar Stairway is unlocked. So we can go in here, and it looks like we've already gathered enough. Yeah, 1971 asterite already, and we can claim 600 star crops. So now we got 1,600. But what we're going to do is we already have built up 80 of that Stellar Planula, and we can buy up to 10 boxes of that in the city. And that's where we're headed right now. Let's go over here. Once I show you this, then I'll let y'all go ahead and do the manor and stuff by yourself, and we'll come back to Deadsville afterwards. Right now, this guy's going to be one of our best friends here. Going to the shop. Asterism crates that we can, 8 of them. We can get 8 for 50 each. And for now, it really is going to help us out. So we go here. Where's it at? Oh, yeah, it's here. And you click it, it gives us 500 asterism. So we go back to our Stellar Stairwell, and that gives us another 600. See, another 600 would be here, and then, and so on. So it's going to really add up when we get these crates, because we're already at 2,200 now. Okay, y'all go do the quest line, the Rotten Manor and such, and when we come back to Deadsville, we'll see where we're at there. All right. Okay, we're back in Deadsville. Now, before we go to the monolith, let's go back home over here. And we're going to calibrate our sniper rifle. We don't have the materials yet to make a higher tier one, and that's fine. We're not going to make a higher tier one. We're going to go straight to our big weapon once we get in. So what we're going to do, if you gathered a bunch of copper while you were doing the earlier quests, you should have some copper ingots. So we go in here, and we click calibration. We're selected onto our weapon, and you just hold F, and it's going to upgrade the damage on it. And now that we've got some Stardust Source, we can go ahead and do it all 4 times. Now it's going to hit way harder, and it's got just a couple extra bonuses. All these extra weapons and stuff you get, you can take and go ahead and disassemble disassemble all the stuff that we've got, and then disassemble the weapons, and you get some copper ingots back. And any extra armor you have that is fine. That way, it's a lighter load to carry. And actually, if we've got the memetics, let's go ahead and do basic storage and place a storage box down so we don't have to carry this stuff. Now, basic storage box has 32 slots. That should be plenty for what we're doing here. And you can just literally put everything in there that will go in there, because anytime you're going to actually use any of it, you'll be at your base, and when you're crafting, it does automatically pull it out of your box for you. It's a really nice thing. Okay, go ahead and get your journey XP. Should have a couple more now that we've done that. And now that you've upgraded your weapon, I will see you when we are in the monolith. Alright, now here we are in the monolith. Oh, you got your butterfly, you got your upgraded sniper rifle. Send the butterfly in. Pop this guy in a yellow dome. Avoid the machine gun. Okay, he's gone immune. So we're going to pull our butterfly back, reload, and he's going to spawn 2 of these things on each side. Over here, breaking now. Then what we're going to do is take his gun, use it on him. You'll need to kind of duck behind here a little bit. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage. You'll go back over there one more time. There he goes. Now reload. Drops his gun again. This time we're going to shoot the barrel. Might be in range, but it wasn't. Okay. Reload. Finish taking that one out. Grab his gun. Put behind here first. Now we'll call our butterfly out again on him. And finish him off here. He's going to shoot some missiles this time. Should be able to finish him off without having to heal. There we go. We can drop it and we can throw a heal on. There we go. Call our butterfly back. Get this gel. And this gel is we're going to switch to this gel for now.
Wonder it became so powerful.
We'll take the loot.
First, contain it. Then let's bring it back to our territory.
All right. Now we're going to set up for our first farm. Once we get set up, and I'll show it to you once, and then I'll come back when I've got the amount of items I need, and you just do the same. Yeah, we're going home because we got to activate this deviant thing, which unlocks, I believe it unlocks the ability to make solar panels and stuff. It may be something different.
Gel.
Come over here. Purify the deviant.
Great. You got a new ability.
We actually got a gun mod just then, but I don't think it's really going to help us much. Yeah, that's for a shrapnel build, but this is nice. We looted this from the boss. It's crit boost. So any crit's better than none. So we'll take that. And what we want to do is we at least want to... I don't think we can make tier 2 stuff. No, we need bronze and those materials. Same with armor, I believe. Yes. Yes, but we can craft most tier 1 stuff. And what we do want that raid helmet. So we will go to our furnace, and craft some glass. We don't need much because I think only the helmet requires glass. So as soon as a couple of these craft, it's just so that we have a decent piece of gear. Not the best, just a piece of gear in every slot. We don't even have a helmet right now. I think it's the helmet we're missing. Or did we just get a beret? Okay, we just got the beret. So we'll keep that. All tier 1 stuff. What we can do is, do we have the materials? Yes, since it's level 1, we can go ahead and calibrate our gear, which will make us do more damage with every weapon. So we will spend some of these to go ahead and calibrate the gear we've got. There we go. Now we do even more damage because where we're going now. First, let's go to buy basic furniture here, and let's make a bed. Lifestyle item, sorry. And lay in it, and it will recover our sanity down there. See how we have a partially bluish gray bar? It's because our maximum health has been reduced. And by laying on a bed, you can reduce it, or you can take these pills. You get a few of them when you start the game, these sanity gummies, and they do the same thing. But you can do it for free just for laying down. It just takes a little bit longer. As soon as this finishes, we are going to go. Let's see, where is the place upon which we are looking for? It is right here. Actually, we're going to go here first. Let's delete this and go here. There's a teleporter there. But once we defeat this dungeon once, we can teleport back to the dungeon now. It's something new they've added that's actually really nice. Okay, that's good enough for now. Well, it's supposed to be 3% a second. I don't know why it's going slow. It's supposed to be going much faster than that. Yeah, I don't know why it's going 1% at a time. Okay. Anyway. Okay, now we're good. My goodness. Alright, let's get a reload on. And we don't have any accessories right now, but later when you do get them, you can come in here and equip them. So we don't have any unlocked. That same vendor that we are buying these crates from sells a lot of different mods. And eventually you do want to buy them. You'll get tons of Stellar Planet. Don't worry about wasting. You're not wasting any. We will get tons of Stellar Planet throughout the game. You'll have more than you'll use eventually. You'll ever use. Okay, now let's get going. Come over here and I'll show you one run through the dungeon of exactly what we're going to do, because we need 6 mods, preferably 7. If we get the weapon mod, that will be wonderful, but we want 6 of these blue mods. because blue mods, as well as green and gray mods, can fit on any piece of armor. It's when you get into epic and legendary ones that they are only for specific slots. That's what gives us is going to give us a huge advantage for this fire build that we're doing. It can do insane damage for the level of gear that we're going to have. And it's a wonderful way to get super powerful really early game. And you will not feel like you're behind. A lot of people, when they start off new, they don't know builds, they don't know anything, so they just pick a gun that they think it looks cool, it may shoot cool, but then when they get in the dungeon with someone, the other people are just blowing them away on damage, and they're like, how are you just destroying me? I've got a good gun, I've got good stats for this gun and my gear, and you're just not doing the same. It's because specific builds require specific setups and mods, and a lot of them require high-end, in-game in order to be good. But this build does not. This build, by the time you get it done, you will be ahead of everyone else on the server, even if they've been here for years. I don't care. Even if they're out what they do called salt farming. They sit on the ocean and they farm water all day from the ocean, and they cook it down into salt to level up. You will be massively out leveling these people. I mean, we're already level 12. The highest person we saw earlier was level 17 when I checked. Because it's a brand new server. But we're kind of late to the party today on it, but it doesn't matter. Very quickly, we could probably, if you were to do this when the server first opened, you could absolutely hit level 40 plus in one day. Right now, our dungeon crawling is going to seem a little slow because we're using a sniper rifle. But as you can see, it one-taps everything. Later on, when we get the KVD boom, it one-taps everything at the same time. That's the biggest difference. It will do more damage to this, and in an AOE form that, like, all those guys that were standing there, one bullet would kill all of them instantly. That's what we're building for today. Pick up all this gunpowder. We will need it when we switch over to the KVD. This is an elite. Should be, I think, 2 more guys in there. There's one of them. There he is. Then we got his body went flying. We got a turret. Okay, we loot all this stuff. And in dungeons, if you're new, in dungeons, the first time you go through a dungeon, each day, there'll be all kinds of loot in it, and the loot resets depending on difficulty and every 4 hours on the server. So if you come in here at normal, you can loot this stuff, and it's low level gear, but then you can come back in here at hard and get the hard level gear. There's 2 guys in here. Alright. And in these dungeons, there's a new little thing they've added, which is there are 3 floating entities. I say that because they can be in any form, like a pizza box or a gumball machine or a floating wheelchair. There's 3 of them in every dungeon now, and if you kill all 3 of them, by the end, you will get another full boss loot icon. It's so much more loot. It's really nice. Some of these dungeons, like this one, have hidden bosses. So if you clear the whole thing, you will get 3 bosses worth of loot in one dungeon. We're not going to do the hidden boss in this one because it does take a while. Most of the hidden bosses are really quick, really easy. This one is like a timed event thing, and when I mean timed, it's like it's a timed crusher. Okay, I didn't see any of those things, so they're probably all up here. Any of the special entities. Yep, I think I just saw one. They'll have a red glow about them. Yep, this thing right here. There's 3 of these in the zone. Yep, there's another one. So there'll be one right here in between us and the boss. Probably go ahead and, yeah. See, now it leaves a boss loot there that we can get in a minute. So what we're going to do is peek the corner, send our butterfly after this guy. Start shooting him in the head. Okay, something I didn't do, I just realized, but it's okay, we can do it in a minute. Go ahead and heal, is that we need to switch our butterfly out for our blob. There we go. When you kill him, everything dies, because we actually don't need the butterfly here. We need our gel, so that we can literally just stand here and kill the boss. If you have the gel, then you can just stand still and it will keep you healed the entire time. Okay. And I'll demonstrate that real quick before I switch. Before I zoom ahead in time. Yeah, see, look here. Oh yeah, and we got one of the mods that we need. Flame resonance talents. And what it does, we go under our gear, and any one of these 6 pieces, we click on it. Increases status damage by 12%, and since it's talents, it gives elemental damage bonus when it's upgraded, which as we get better gear and all that stuff and enhance it, it will be upgraded. So, and we can also enhance it by 1, which will upgrade one of these 2 things for when they unlock. But right now we don't have enough, we haven't disassembled enough armor to do it. But yeah, look, just automatically, as soon as we get our KVD, this is a 12% damage bonus. And we're going to get this same one on every piece for 72% increased damage. In this game, that is a lot of extra damage. Okay. Now let's come up here and loot this one and see if we got another one of the mods. Because we just need 6 of these. And then we're done farming here. See, this isn't that long of a farm. Okay, we didn't get one this time, but we got 2 other decent mods. And we can actually put those in right now until we get the ones we want. Because the munitions one will make our sniper rifle hit harder. And then the crit damage enhancement will make our crits hit harder. So that's what we'll do. For now, we go in here and use what we got. Look at that. Weapon damage, 9%. Crit rate 2 and crit damage 12. Oh, yeah, on a different piece. And for now, we can go ahead and put this one on too. It's 8% more health until we get the mods we want. So now what we're going to want to do, normally right here you just press yes and you go right back into the dungeon. But we are going to go get our gel real quick. And I'm just going to show you that now you don't need to go to that teleporter anymore. Now that we have defeated this silo, we can come right back to it. So what we're going to do is go home. going to go in here and withdraw, and then put in our gel, and then sync with our gel. And see, now anytime you use him, when we're sitting there shooting at that boss, just press E. Well, let's let him let's let him regenerate. We can do that while we're waiting for him to regenerate. Here's that silo, and since we've completed it, we can now teleport straight to the outside of it. It's a wonderful addition they've just put in. All right, and then so now when we're fighting the boss, you just press E, and this guy will spawn beside you and start healing you, and he fixes your sanity too, and you just sit here and you'll just be plowing on the boss the whole time, and your little fellow here will be healing you the entire time that he's alive there. So he has, depending on his level, he lasts that long, which should be long enough for you to just kill the boss. All right. When y'all get all of your flame resonance mods on every piece of gear, this mod right here, when you get one of these on every piece of gear, we'll come back into the video and go to our next area. Alright, I'll see y'all then. Okay, after you've gotten all of your mods that you need, you don't need them equipped right now. You just need them because you're still using the sniper rifle. So, use these munitions and damage things. They're amazing. Another amazing ones are these weak spot damage ones. Actually, you can, for the boss that we're about to do, we can go ahead and, I believe, the weak spot damage may be more damage. Oh, it's definitely more damage than the crit ones we're doing. So we'll go ahead and replace. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the crit ones for the munitions. So basically, you want an even share of munition ones and weak spot ones. Perfect. Perfect. Because weak spot damage is that's the red damage that we're doing. We definitely like 45% of that is wonderful. Come back to your base. Do the quest that says go talk to Deadsville to talk to V. Make you some more ammo. 500 more sniper ammo. And the next thing we're going to do is get a better sniper rifle. Now, after doing that silo a few times, the Sigma, and loot some of the stuff in there and disassemble it, you should have just about everything you need to make a tier 2 one except for bronze. So we've got these parts, those parts from doing the silo and these crystals, but we still need bronze. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to get it real fast, and then we'll skip ahead a bit. First, we're going to go into memetics, and it's going to be right here. For right now, what we need is bronze crafting, because that will let us craft a copper pickaxe and allow us to mine tin to combine with our copper to make bronze. And right over there where we were just farming that dungeon, see, now that we got this one, let's go ahead and get rid of this basic one, or it will try to keep using it. Now that we got our copper one, we're going right back over where we just were, because this area is the hottest area in the game for copper and tin at the same time. So we need a bunch of both of those. I'm just going to show you, and then I'm going to cut to us making the weapon, basically. See right over here, all of this. You just go up this hill. You can go up there a little bit. Just come in this area. Gather a ton of tin. Oh yeah, and the very first time that you mine tin ore, you will get one of these little Digby boys that you can put in one of your securements, and he will go out and gather metal for you. We don't need rock right now. We just need tin and stuff. But yes, come here. That's the silo. Gather tin. Gather a bunch of copper. Go back to the base and smelt it into bronze. Now, I'll see you back there. Alright. We've come back. We have crafted our level 2 sniper rifle. We've got it on us. Now, we've calibrated it with the bronze that we've made. We've got some more cooking. Now, and then you can check your battle pass. You should be about 11 or 12. It depends on how much you farmed the Sigma. You should be around level 14 like I am. And we have 4,600 Starcrom from the Stellar Stairwell. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now we can press F3 and go to Novice events. And we have completed some of these. You see these little yellow check marks. So we can click on this. And we've done, yeah, we can place a floor mirror and get another, well, that's 150 marks. But we've already done this one, so we can get energy links. But this one we should have complete. Yes, 30 logs. We built the furnace, and we cooked something on the stove. So we get all of this, including the Stardust source. It's just a nice little addition. And each one of these layers is going to have something in them. Now here are 2 of those crates for unlocking the ammunition. And then once we do one draw at the wish machine, we get 1,000 Starcrom, and we can kind of we can get a huge advantage on this, because we get a discount the first time we use the wish machine, which will give us this. So what we're going to do is we're going to claim this. We've already grabbed the mod. Let's go ahead and back out, and we will make ourselves a wish machine. I believe that is under logistics. Yes, right here. And let's see what it's going to cost us to craft. Function facility. We should have everything. And now let's go to it for our first time. We'll be back because this is where we're gonna get the KVD right here. He's got a little intro he plays. And now, see, this is a bullseye. This is clothing. This is the MG4. And this is the special, 80% discount. So we do want to go ahead and go in here, because you will get fragments for other pieces of gear and weapons just by playing along. I think it costs 1,000 total, but we'll get that 1,000 right back, and some other things. I mean, we can, like, if we do this, we can get that. I think. Yes. Now we only spend 100 instead of finishing that, and we can come back in here to the novice event and claim this 1,000. 80 more of those. Productivity boost. Looks like more asterism crates. Use the electric eel to increase the power generator, because we don't have any of that stuff yet. So let's just keep, let's see, rift space. Okay, we do have something done here. This is purify your territory, so we're not going to do that right now. The visional calendar, we can go ahead and click this to get a little reward. And if you want, you can do these. It's totally up to you. That's why I'm not saying to do them. But if you do mail verification, you get 500. If you link Discord, you get 500. And then by subscribing to all of their different things here, you can get like 180 or so for each one. It's not needed, so if you don't want to do those, you don't have to. That's completely fine. That is completely fine. So we will exit out. We're sitting at 5,500, and we got a couple of those crates. So let's go ahead and go over here to Deadsville real quick. Turn those in, and we are on our way. The next stage after we check these and see how much StarCom we got is to continue the story. Just continue the story. We will get way more asterism, and what we're doing is we're doing the story, working our way up to the spider as we're working toward getting the. Oh no, I'm sorry, we don't need him. We don't have Stellar Plana. We have the actual crates in here. So do 2 of those. That's 1,000. Now we go back in here. And we've got 600 more right there. 6,100. We're getting close. We're getting close. And we've only been playing, what, 2 hours? It's not bad. Not bad, considering as soon as we get it, we are going to be unstoppable. You'll see. It's fantastic. Okay, so let me see what V says. I cannot actually remember. I think we're just going to the next
Can't be sure. Great.
area. Yep, it's talk to these people, and then move to the next area, and we're going to get sent to Myers Market, to that
So,
storyline,
Going to Meyer.
and
as
then
it happened.
we will eventually end up fighting the tree ant boss. So just continue doing what you're doing right here, just like this, using the sniper rifle for living things and using the baseball bat for unliving things, to save
Looks like you'll be able to handle yourself
ammo and
just fine.
such.
I'll leave the deviation in there to you.
And yeah,
For
from
me,
here,
I'm
this
headed
is
to Broken Delta.
the quest to go to Myers Market, and from Myers Market,
Down
you'll get
traces
sent
of another
around
major
a couple of
deviation.
places. Make
One
sure
of
to
these
loot
first
those
attack.
places while you're
Head over
there,
and check it out.
because looting them gives you more
Currently
stellar
hanging around at a
planula,
settlement called
better
Myers Market.
resources, so
Maybe
when
I'll
we
see you
do
there.
get our weapon, we can craft it. So as it sends you to each little place here, go ahead and loot them and complete them. What I mean by complete them is, see how this still has, none of this has been touched yet. We don't have any of that, but we do have Through completed because we looted all of this stuff. So it's going to send you here, and then we'll actually go to town, but then it's going to send us to a couple of other places. I believe this place and maybe one other place, but make sure to loot all of the stuff at these places, so that when we do get our weapon, we can just craft it immediately, and you will feel the power of the KVD. Okay, I'll be back when it's time to go to the monolith, so you can see that fight. A quick note, right when you come out of Deadsville, it triggers at different times for different people. But when you come out after that quest, sometimes the wish machine will be over here, and there will be soldiers out here. And you talk to the guard, and he will give you a quest to talk to the wish machine. If you talk to the wish machine and do not make a wish, just back out of it once the quest completes, you will receive another 1,000 StarCom. And that will get, right now that has us up to, I think it was 1,000, maybe it may have been 500. All I know is right now we got 6,600 now from that quest. So do that and then head to the Hearst Industries quest. Alright. Once you reach Myers Market, make sure to get the teleporter. It is not automatic like the one at Deadsville. You need to activate it in order to be able to teleport back here. And the free deviant in this town is right back here in this securement. Let's see what we get this time. That's good for forging. Sometimes there's a cat here too, an interdimensional cat deviant. You can also loot those if you're a cat person. All right. Next is to the Southern Chemical Plant, and then another place, and then it'll be time for the monolith. And I'll see y'all then. On the way there, these roads here, the town's Myers Market's down there, is this little statue thing. I forgot we can get some stellar planted right here. And if you read this, it says we used to stand together, and I wish I could still see their faces. And it's basically wants you to face them all the same way. So I believe you start by turning this one, and then turning this one, and then turning this one. That'll complete it. You can, and I believe this will give us, yes, the light reflex sight. So we actually got an accessory for one of our guns. It's not the gun we're using right now, but it's a permanent addition to your count. All right, now I'll be back when it's time for the boss. Okay, I decided to go ahead and add part of the Southern Chemical Plant into this because there is one of those morphic crates here that can get us more stellar planet life. The mystical crate is there, and you can either take the elevator at the back of the room up and walk around, or you can go up these stairs and climb up and jump over onto that to get to that crate. And the first weapons crate is up in that room. The second weapons crate is it's a gear crate, and it's actually just a few feet from a mini boss that gives good loot and one of those morphic crates. So we're going to go up here. See, our butterfly's telling us now, say, hey, there's something fishy over here. Go ahead and clear this out. And there is the Rainfall Reaper, little mini boss. And she can drop a Rain Man, which you can use to help get your crops and stuff. Let's see where her loot is. No Rain Man this time, but here's the second gear crate. If you're wondering where it is in this place, and right here is another one of those morphic crates, so we can get some stellar planula to buy those crates. Alright. 4 more. Now we should be at 48, almost enough to buy another crate, and this is over here behind us. And when we get that will clear this area. Alright. I just had to show y'all this because there is one there, and that'll get us more star crumb faster. I see y'all in the next part. Here outside the monolith, I suggest killing everything all the way up into it and going up on top of the monolith, which is the only way to get the mystical crate here, is to go all the way up to where the monolith is and jump back down onto this building here. That's the crate right there, pretty much. But yeah, I suggest killing everyone on the way up to it and getting all the loot, because you get to see we're getting 10 asterism per kill, and this loot will absolutely be the level that we need for our level 20 weapon. We're not going to craft our KVD until we hit level 20. And it will be absolutely monstrous. Yeah, make sure to kill everything all the way through here. I will go ahead and show this so you can see where everything is to clear and get this loot so that we can craft it as soon as we hit the level for it.
Did you hear that?
All these goodies. Go ahead and turn our flashlight on. Got Loot's in here. Get this elite guy. Sometimes there's a guy up there. Oh, we got... Surprised these didn't blow up. Okay, jump up here, get this crate. And this little cabinet beside it. Back down, and the rift anchor here is actually way down in the middle of this. Let's go ahead and reload. Oh, and you should, since I haven't told you to take them out of your inventory, you should have some Molotovs. And it's not required, but there is a weapon chest that you can get. There are several of them here, so there's enough to complete the thing, but there's just an extra one you can get if you have a Molotov cocktail to destroy some vines that are protecting it. Go up here, loot this stuff. There's a guy here. So even our sniper rifle now, it's powerful enough to do pretty much whatever we want with it. But it's going to be nothing compared to our next gun, if that gives you any inkling of just how powerful we're going to be. This is just a baby compared to it. Alright, right here it is. Now stand back. You don't want to get too close because it will burn you and kill you too. Your own fire will kill you in this game. So go ahead, pull this out, reload while we're waiting for the fire to completely go away. Alright, now we can go up here and loot it. Get that wonderful stuff. Yes, we got a Xeno Purifier Deviant. Those are for people who want to do a lot of melee stuff. Which sadly is not huge in this game. Like, you can't really do a lot of the bosses and stuff while being melee, and that's terrible. Because there are really good builds for it, but they're just not viable because most bosses either you can't get to them or they fly. And so your melee is just absolutely useless. There's no way to get to them. There's another guy. Let's go back up here. Lucas. And I wish they would. I wish that was one of the main things they would fix, because there are some really cool melee weapons, and the animations for like the katana they put in. You know, it's an awesome weapon they've put in, and it's still not viable for any of the raids at all, because the final boss, as well as her minions, all fly, so you just can't get to them at all if you're melee. It's absolutely impossible to do as melee. Get that asterism. We got him. There's a little bit of loot in here. Let's snap our fingers and see. Yep. Okay. Med kit. Is there a ladder back here? Huh. Okay. There's usually a mini boss here unless someone's been through here recently. Looks like they have. Okay, we'll go ahead and go up here because there's a weapons crate here. There's a gear crate. Tons of loot. I missed someone? Oh, over here. A little bit of loot in here. Oh, the boss is right here. Don't know what he's doing over here. He's not up here where he belongs. Okay, now maybe he'll spawn where he belongs. He may have chased someone off too. Okay. The mythical crate is on top of this building, but you have to get on top of that cliff and jump over here to get it. It's crazy. All right. Get this stuff. Oh, and there's another weapons crate in a really weird place in the forest out there. I'll go ahead and show you on this video, so because it is more loot. I don't see that person. Sometimes there's two guys right up here, and we'll have a teleporter right at the top, which is good. Oh, three guys. Okay. So let's get the teleporter. Okay, activated. Let's go ahead and get the mystical crate so everything down there doesn't respawn real fast. So we gotta jump off, float down here. Loot this. And we'll talk about all these fragments in just a bit. We'll talk about using them and how they're actually going to help us get the star chrome we need. Because all the mystical crates you should have been looting along the way will let us unlock different weapons and everything. And by unlocking them, we gain collection levels. And every so many collection levels, we will get more star chrome. Now over here, yes, I do have some grenades. If you have grenades, you can do this to get this. If you don't, then that's all right. It's not required. But see, look at this. This area is weird, and this is one of very few areas that, see, you can see there's like lava and stuff. And I think it's this one. That has a weapon chest underneath it. And there you go. There's a whole nother loot chest right there of the level that we're going to need our gear. Okay. So let's go up here and we'll do the monolith real quick. And then we'll skip to the next area. Now, if the treant shade was a bit hard for you, it's okay. The actual boss is easier, and I'll show you why. Mainly because you can actually see it, because it does have a really good weak spot area, and we will be hitting it pretty much only. We'll be shooting it right in the face. Let's get all this loot. Okay, that's more. There should be a gear crate in here. Yeah, see, there's even more. Awesome loot. Wonderful. Those beryllium crystals are what we're really going to need. Get this loot. Loot this. When we drop down, and every one of these are laid out the exact same. When you drop down, there's always a med kit here too you can loot. Further down there is a small chest, but I'm too lazy to go all the way in there just to get it. Okay, let's go in and let's get this done. Using the sniper rifle, we can stay on the very first platform that we come into for our entire fight. Since we got our gel and we got the sniper, And I'll show you. We're going to skip the cutscene. We're going to move over here just a hair and shoot through this window. Right there. Hit that weak spot. Hit that one. Hit that one. And now we can attack the boss as soon as we... Yep. And we're going to hit that weak spot every time to do this big damage. And yes, we're going to have some bugs over here in a second. We're going to go ahead and call out our healer guy, because we're going to stand here and take it. There we go. All done. And this guy will die in just a second. Just like that. We got cradle overrides unlocked. We got the next boss done. That wonderful stuff. See if we can catch this guy. We don't really need it right now, but that's okay. Alright. Okay, let's go into our cradle, pressing O, then escape one time. And we got 3 overrides so far. So the first thing we're going to do is, for now, we're going to equip this one, which we could have already done, actually. My bad. We could have done this at level 10, I think. We'll equip that so we do even more damage, 20% more damage with our sniper rifle right now. And then we're going to equip this so we get 50% more damage against these bosses that are in here. And this one, if you throw a tactical item, you gain 25% more damage against these bosses for 15 seconds. It's insane. So for now, we're going to do these. Later on, when we get our KVD, of course, we'll switch to this and stuff. But these just made our damage go even crazily higher. And if you want, the XP in here is not bad. Let me show you what it looks like now that we've just done this. We'll do this one more time real quick. And it should go even so much more quickly. Let's see. Let's go in here again. We'll do the same thing. Step over here. Get that angle in there. Now we'll throw a grenade, and now we will shoot him. Look at that. Wonder what a crit will look like. $3,600, not bad, not bad. And look, this time we didn't even need our deviant. All we can do is run and jump off here, so those things won't get us. And if you wanted, you could farm this for a while. It's fine. And get, you're going to get better, better things. And you can get, I'm pretty sure you can get weapon. Oh, I'm going to fail on this. Weapon mods. So let's see what we got for weapon mods. Crit boost. Shatter them all. Weapon damage. Okay, so we can get rid of the crit rate and add more weapon damage for now. So we'll hit even harder. Wonderful. Okay. So, like I said, you can stay here and farm as long as you want. If you want to gain some more levels right now, that's great. You'll get more mods for weapons and such. And more weapons that you can disassemble to get pieces of the gear that we're going to need to make our other weapon. Okay, this one's done. Yay! Now we go back to Myers Market. All right, and now, unless I find some more mystic crates on the way or whatever, once we get done with this part right here, we're going to skip to the next monolith, which will be around when we need our Starcrom. But I think for now, we should have enough, yes, to go ahead and get one of these. Let's see how much we're going to have now. We may have about what we need now. Stellar Stairway. Ooh. Yep. Okay. So we've got enough to get it right now, and we're going to in just a moment. Let's go ahead and grab this. There's another 1,000. And another thing we can do is our blueprints. Remember I was talking about those? Right now we're at collection level 1. Look at there. 500 more. And as you go into these blueprints and complete them, the ones that we've gained fragments for in these crates, we gain experience towards this. And as it levels up, you get more and more Starcom throughout the levels. Okay, I don't think we got... Oh, we do have. Okay. So we've got blast suit, frag suit. Do we have more of those? Okay, not at the moment. Okay. So now we are sitting on 9,900. That's awesome. We almost have enough to get a piece of the gear that we want also. And I'll talk about that once we get to that. Now, if you're not quite here yet, don't feel bad. You can go, and if you farm that... See, the reason we got so much asterism just then is because we were farming that monolith. If you go farm that monolith, you get a ton of asterism. And I'm thinking we may go ahead and go do one more so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about when I say the armor that we're going to need. So, how much do we need to get to the next one? 264 asterism. So I think we might get close to that in one of these. I didn't see how much we were getting, but I know you can just farm this tree ant boss. You see how quickly we can do it, and you can farm your whole set out if you want before you go to the spider. You don't have to. You don't have to. We're going to it as soon as we get done with this. We're going through the story, and we'll definitely be level 20 by the time we get to the spider boss. Then we will make our KVD. There's no sense in making it now because right now we can only make a level 10. I mean, we could make the level 20, but we couldn't wear it until level 20. That's the thing. Let's go ahead and reload. So let's go in here. Let's see how much this gives us. We may run this twice. Step over here. Yeah, I can't. I keep forgetting. I can't shoot through that window, but I can. This. And then you shoot at the edge of these. Let's throw go ahead and summon our little guy out. Woo! Look at that damage. I forgot. Yeah, if you summon your deviant, you get 25% more damage. Okay. Yeah, 314 asterism. There you go. That's the fastest way to get your asterism right there. Just do that. Bam. Now we've got 10k. Okay. We don't need that. Let's get out of here. Okay, and let's go home. Now, honestly, since the level 10 and the level 20 gear is completely different materials, you could go ahead and make the level 10 one if you want now. So what we're going to do, we're backing out of here. We're going to press G to go to the blueprint shop. And then light machine gun, and then right here, the KVD boom boom. We're going to buy it, and now it is permanently tied to our account. And we got 2,500 left, so what we're going to want is 4 pieces of this set. The only thing that you're not going to get for sure is do not get the gloves. The gloves we're actually going to go loot from a different place here in just a moment, because it will just give them to us as a blueprint, and it's amazing. They're called the barbecue gloves. They are the most important piece to this entire set of gear. So I think soon we're going to be given pants and legs. I mean, not the blueprints, but a copy of them for doing these next few quests. So I like to buy the hat first. Oh, it's 3,000. Oh, I thought these were 2. They must have changed their prices. Anyway, okay. As you can see, go to the tree ant and farm if you want this set to begin with. But I'm going to show you that we do not need it to be awesome. But in the end game, you will want this because of what they do. They will make your damage go up even more crazily than what you're going to see it do. So you want the 4 pieces, and it just gives you so much more elemental damage that it is crazy. So you want 4 pieces of it. I usually do these 4, and then I have Lone Wolf here, and then barbecue gloves here. So right now, for now, we're going to just continue this like we don't even have any. So we can go in here and we can do the KVD level 2 right now. It says only 67 damage, but it's how it works that makes it so powerful. So now let's go into our gear and switch over all of our flame resonant mods. Now until we get the barbecue gloves, it's not going to be super ultra mega awesome. Okay, which one of these? Okay, let's do this one. Yeah. Okay, because we ended up with an extra mod. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and make some more LMG ammo, because we're going to need it. And here's the thing. You don't have to spam this gun like a machine gun, because all of your damage, 90% of your damage is from the actual element. And the actual element doesn't happen when you shoot a bullet. It puts a proc of it on there. So if you're just spamming your bullets, you're wasting them, because those procs have a cooldown. So if you're just spamming bullets, if you notice, you'll notice your normal damage is not doing that much. It's all about the elemental blaze damage. So let's let this get cooked up here, and we will go get the barbecue gloves. And I believe those are at the Blackfield Junction. I believe they are here. We're going here next for our quest anyway. But I believe they are there, and we definitely want to go there and get them. Okay, so let's go. They are in the mystical crate there. So I'm going to go get those, and I'll come back when we have them and we are ready to craft them. Okay, here at the East Blackfell Junction is what it's called, the hospital area. It's where we're actually going to get sent during the story. The mystical crate is right here on the roof. And there they are, barbecue gloves fragments. These are our saving grace for the entirety of the game. You will not wear any other gloves than these because of what they do. The burn damage frequency increases with the number of stacks up to 100%. So when you attack a boss, it makes your flame damage tick so fast. It is unreal. I imagine you've shot a couple of things already on the way here, and you see that this stuff is a lot higher level than we are, but it all dies in one hit. It just doesn't matter. Everything dies. And this is without our gear. This is without all the bonus gear. It's just our mods that we farm and our weapon. It is it's unreal, and we don't have any of our accessories unlocked yet or anything. This is the beginner guide for this build. I will be doing an intermediate guide for the build, but as of right now, we're pretty much there. Because what you're going to do now is you're going to continue the story. When you hit level 20, you craft a level 20 version of this gun. Loot all the stuff in these areas here, because this is the level of gear the level of items that you need to craft it and get it calibrated. And like I said, if you want to really power out your asterism to get your full set of gear, go back to that monolith or continue on and kill the spider. If you find the spider easier to get your asterisms, I don't know how much she's going to give, but I know she gives way more experience. This is how you're going to level extremely fast. Killing her will give over 2,000 experience per level, per kill. And with this setup, you can kill her under 2 minutes. So it won't be. It's so fast. So you see some people who get really high level on servers really fast. They're using an amazing build like this, but you can do it even as a beginner. And it is just wonderful. You may see this around. This will give you more stellar planula and stardust source, which would be great for upgrading your weapons and armor when you get them. It leads over here to this. This is it's still called mystical crate, but it's a completely different kind of crate. As you can see, it has formulas in it like smiley face and stuff, and there are different ones that have models that you can put in your home, different formulas. So they're pretty good to loot too. There are tons of videos out there on them, but I have a special video on collecting the formulas for your home. But yeah, we are going to finish this and go back and talk to her, and I will be back when it's time to do the spider boss, the boss itself. A little something to make this a bit easier for y'all. When you get to the part of the quest where it sends you to Refinery Pollution Point, you see the rift anchor is here, but a lot of people have issues with finding the mystical crate. They search far and wide, but it is actually right beside the rift anchor on this ledge down here. Most people will miss it because you come up from a ladder on this side, and then they either run and jump off and don't see it, or do something else, but it's actually right beside it. And then one of the weapon crates is right in this door. I've already got it. The other one is around the back of this building, right there in that truck. So that's how you get all the weapon crates from here, and the rift anchor and the mystical crate, they're all right here together. Wait till I burn those off. There we go. All right. I'll see you on the next little bit. Okay. We're past the shadow version. There are a couple more things that we need to do now before we go and absolutely annihilate and be... I mean, at this point, you should be top of the game. You should be 20 or 21 or higher if you farm the tree ant boss. I did not do any more, so I'm going to show you that you can do it with the bare minimum. From doing the quest, you should have gotten 2 pieces of the shelter armor. Go ahead and put those on. And if you went and farmed the tree ant to get to get your whole set, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and make them. But right now, we need to, before we go ahead and do the spider, I mean, we could probably do the spider right now. But before we do, let's go ahead and buy the intermediate versions of these and craft our level 20 weapon. Now, currently we don't have enough stuff to do this because we need steel. So now we are going to move our home. I'm going to show you where we're going to place it. What we're going to do first is we're going to need to go into here. Oh, no, we were in the right one. And we're going to need forging techniques, which lets us make a bronze pickaxe and craft steel. So we're going to do those. And we'll just see. We might have gotten lucky. Yes, we will have enough. One of the bosses, I believe it was the tree ant, when we beat him, gives us a free small generator. And what we're going to go do is gather some iron and make a few ingots in this furnace, and then we're going to craft an electric furnace so that any future steel no longer requires charcoal or anything, and it will craft way faster and 2 stacks at a time. And it'll allow us to craft this. For now, what we need to do is we need to get a, right there, bronze pickaxe. Why did that not unlock for us? Oh, electro refining. That's what we needed. Sorry about that. Now, once we get some steel, we can make that furnace. So let's get this. Let's claim it. And I'll show you where we're going to be moving our house. Let's go. Oh, I don't believe I didn't get that teleporter while I was there. That's why I tell you, it's important to pick them up as you go, because we're actually going to put our house about right here. About right there. This area is the best area to gather steel in the entire game. So I'm going to travel back up to Greywater here, and I will see y'all when I get to the place where we're going to place our house down. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, right up here is where we are going to place our home for now. And it's a good place to keep it until week 2. So all of week 1, you pretty much leave your house over here where we're going. And this will be a great farming area, as well as this is where we're going to get all of our steel. But it's great to hit this town up every now and then too that's nearby for resources. I like putting my house about here. So we'll come in and we'll press B and then Z. Just make sure it's all above ground. And then there it is. This is now our new home location. And we've got, let's see, we go in here, drop the copper one, just to get it out of the way. There we are. And we'll come out here, and we'll gather some steel. I'll show you really quick where it's all at, and then I'll come back when I've gathered up what I need. I start up here, gathering these nodes, and then go to there. There's a group there, and then you come back down. There's a patch there. There's more steel there, and sometimes even more spawns right here. And then there's steel over there. There's one here. More there. There's one here. Couple there. Down over there. Up that hill, and you'll circle literally right back over to where the house is. By the time you gather all them up and put them in the furnace to cook, see, there's some more there. You just circle right back to the house. By the time you get them in to cook, all of these will be respawned. So you just come back and you just make loops here. It's one of the fastest, best places to get it. Alright. Once I've gathered enough and we're ready, then I'll come back. Okay. We've gathered steel. We've gotten rid of our old. We crafted a little bit in our old furnace so we could build our new furnace. We've connected it to our little solar panel. We're cooking more steel, which is absolutely wonderful. And I personally had to go farm a little bit more refined parts to build this weapon. And there's the town right over here. This is where our house is. This town here, Alkirk. Basically, all of the buildings along this side and this one building here has tons of parts, and that's where all the things are. You see that's the rift anchor. The first weapon box is actually on top of this building, and then you can jump across every one of these buildings to get to the top of this building. No, this building here, yes. And that's where the second gear crate is. And there's only two ways to get to it. Either jump across all of them or run around here and jump from this cliff onto the top of that building to loot it. Then you can come up this road and come back to the back side of this building and jump down to get the mystical crate. Then loot everything that's inside of this building and everything that's inside of a couple of these buildings here. And you should then have enough to make your new weapon. So we're going to do that. KVD tier 3. This requires level 20. And it's going to give us more power. So let's go ahead and equip it. And then see what we got for calibrating it. I've already made up some steel. See, this can go to 7 now. And when it does go to 7, it will give us a bonus elemental damage. See, before we couldn't go this high, we could only go to 4. But now we can, and then later on, at tier 5, we can unlock even more. So for now, we're going to spin this stuff. See, I'm out here. We should have enough vanadium crystals and Stardust-saurs, but we've got more cooking. If you need more, go ahead and get more, because it is worth it. Because you'll be using this weapon for the next week, or the next 3 days at least. And there's a lot you can do in those 3 days. You can level all the way up to 50 if you want, just killing this spider. There we go. So we got more and more. So we need even more, but it looks like we'll have enough to go, yeah, all the way to tier 7. And there is one more thing we're going to do before we're absolutely ready to farm the final boss. That's for this phase 1, and it's to go get the deviant that we want for this build. Other than if we have the materials, which it doesn't look like we have a lot of, this fireproof plastic. You get a lot of it from, you can get it from this area here too, this city. So you can go and farm it a couple of times if you want. You don't have to, but to upgrade, like, I would suggest going ahead and doing your barbecue gloves tier 3. It's because it adds damage. Because the higher the PSI, the more damage you do. And you can do a raid helmet if you want, but like I'm saying, now we're out of this fireproof plastic. But what we can do is we can calibrate the barbecue gloves we just got, because they require just this cloth. And was that not what we just needed to craft that? Well, why does it say, oh, that is strange. You saw what I saw, right? If I'm calibrating it, it says we have plenty to upgrade with. Interesting. I will go ahead and do that. There, just to get that PSI up. Now we'll go ahead and disassemble all of this stuff that we're not using. That's our old weapon. And all of this old gear. Oh. I thought I selected that. Just to get some more. And it says, well, now we have fireproof plastic. But we don't at the same time. Interesting. Okay. It would be wonderful to have the level 20 gear. Excuse my yawning. But it's not required. What is really nice though will be, we can go to this dungeon here, Securement Silo 5, and not only will we get a new upgrade, see, this is what's going to be really nice. After hitting a weak spot, our fire damage will go up by 25% for 3 seconds. That's plenty of time, because we can just nail weak spots and get that damage. So we're going to go here anyway, because that's where our deviant is. We're going to use the Pyro Dino. And on regular mobs, you don't need him, but on bosses, it can allow you to one-shot most of them. Now, we're not going to one-shot the spider, not even close, because she goes into different phases and stuff, and we're not that overpowered. No one can go in and just one-shot her unless they're level 50 max with the best gear and mods in the game. So don't worry about that. It's just not going to happen. And that dungeon is right here. We've not been there yet, but we're going to go to Grey Water. Out the back of Grey Water is a bridge, and I'm just going to show you this once. If it drops, it drops. If it don't, then repeat this on your own until you get one. Right now, it doesn't really matter what level the Pyro Dino is. Just having it and using it is an amazing increase in our overall damage. So let's go up here. We're almost at the end. You are almost. I mean, technically on this server, I'm already the highest level character here, and you will be too. Because I mean, this has been for me a total of 4 hours is what this has been so far. It's been 4 hours since I started, and for a lot of people, that's just unreal. Even for people who have been playing the game a long time, in 4 hours, they're not level 20. They're just still building their base stuff. So we're going to go in here. Normal, level 25. And this first time, we're going to clear the whole dungeon so we get the unlock, the cradle unlock, and the teleport here. So we'll go ahead and clear the whole thing. Which doesn't take long. Everything in here still pretty much one tap. Now, to get the one tap effect, if you notice when I kill this guy, it puts a flame buff down there, and what it's actually a debuff. While that's up, you can't explode because you just exploded. So it's best to wait till your next shot until that goes away, and then the next bullet will always explode. There you go. All these fellas are dead. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to run through this twice. One for the full run and one for the farming run, and you'll see they look quite a bit different. Because we won't be killing hardly anything in here for the actual farming method. For farming, all we're going to do is go right through here. And we're going to go downstairs. And we'll go down here and kill this boss. And then get its loot. And if it drops the Pyro Dino, yay. If not, we will immediately exit the dungeon, which will put us back outside. And then we will come back in and run right back to the elevator to start again. It's not a very long farm at all. It can be long because it's complete RNG, whether you get the Pyro Dino or not, and whether you get a Deviant or not, and it's a 50-50 whether you get the Pyro Dino or the Chef-Asaurus Rex, the cooking dino. They both drop from this same boss here. Now on easy, it's a Rainfall Reaper. On hard mode, it's Mother of Life. It's just slightly harder for our build, but not that bad at all. And we got a Chef-Asaurus level 1. And this is where the Pyro Dino will be. He will spawn right here in the same place if you get one. So you loot. But like I said, for now we're gonna complete the dungeon so we get the cradle unlock and the teleport unlock here. And then I will run the fast run one time. And then we will skip to the spider boss. Now you don't have to, if you don't want to skip, if it doesn't drop, if you want to do the whole dungeon, you can. You get good loot and experience for finishing it every time. It's just that right now, for these purposes, I'm just in here to get this done. To get us to being on the path to OP, because now all you need is that better gear from the wish machine. And now you've got this weapon. Okay, for this boss, we're just going to walk up. Here he is. Just weak spot a couple times. Or not. And he's dead. There we go. We can loot him. There's a lot of crates and stuff in this room you can loot. It's a lot of great loot. So you may be able, after doing this just a couple of times, be able to make all your level 20 gear before you go to the big boss. Guess there's double the crate there. Now you come over here. There's one in here. And on this other side, I guess we didn't get all of the little minion things. We didn't get a second loot box. Second boss loot. Third boss loot. So we missed one somewhere in the beginning. Okay. Loot this. Get this stuff. This box. And then the weapons are the gear crate that's in here. Wonderful. And that's the whole of this place. If you want to farm the whole thing, which I mean, it's good loot and good XP. Now I'm going to show you just how, if you were just going for the Pyro Dino, nothing else, this is what we're going to do. Running through. The only thing we have to kill here is this pod. It removes this barrier here. I'll run through, open the elevator, close the elevator, and before he even gets to shoot at us, we're gone. So all the mobs we aggroed up here don't matter anymore, because we're not coming back up. Oh, I'm sorry. You do have to answer this telephone every time. My bad. There we go. Let this guy heal us up here a little bit. Oh. Okay. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we got a good proc that time. Just annihilator there. Jump through. Any luck? Nope, not this time. It'll spawn right here. And then from here, you just exit dungeon. And it'll put you right back outside. So you just walk up, click enter again, and you go right back in. And do this until you get a Pyro Dino. It doesn't matter if it's a 1-1, just so long as you get the Pyro Deviant. If you already got one from looting one of the settlements that we went to, then you can skip this part. But, okay, now I will see y'all when we get the Pyro Dino and are ready to go for the boss. Okay, we are back at home. We've got our Pyro Dino. We've gathered more steel, and from farming the Pyro Dino, we got some more materials. So I went ahead and crafted a tier 3 helmet, a tier 3 mask. So, and calibrated the stuff as best I could for now. It's got 2 calibration. That's 4. That's 3. That's 2. That's 1. That's 1. Like I said, if you went ahead and farmed the tree ant earlier, you should have the 4-piece set, but it's not required for now, but ideally that's what you want. So after this video, if you want to go back and farm it if you haven't already, I highly suggest it, so that because you get to keep these blueprints forever. They're now a part of your account once you unlock them. These 2 pieces are just dropped gear, so you don't get to keep these. So you do still have to buy them from the wish machine. These durabilities will go down, and you can't make them higher tier or anything. They're just better than anything we have right now. So we're gonna use them. All right. So got our weapon. It's fully calibrated. We could also, let's go ahead and do this. We could also make better ammo as our last thing that we can do. I think it's here. Steel ammo. So let's go ahead and make some steel ammo. Steel sniper rifle ammo. It gives us 5% more damage and 5% more PSI intensity per shot. I'm going to have to craft some more. I'll do that, but we're going to skip straight to where the boss is, so you don't have to watch me gather this. But that's the last thing. Make sure you put your pyro dino in a securement. You can build more securements if you got the materials. No problem. So you can only have one attached to you at a time. So make sure it is the one you're synced with. And the monolith is just right over there on the map. It's right here. The next time this cuts will be at the monolith with steel ammo. To change ammo, if you have more than one type of ammo, you just hold R on your weapon. Right now we only have one kind, so it says no other kind. And then you can switch freely to your steel ammo if that's what you want. That's what I suggest using for this. So, okay, I'll be back at the monolith. Alright, here we are. This is what we've been building all of this up for. You can already tell from killing mobs in these other places and everything that this is a really good build. It's really strong, and it only gets stronger from here as you get the armor pieces. And then in the intermediate video, which you can't really do until week 2 anyway, we'll talk about getting the gold mods. We can't do hard mode dungeons right now, so you can't even really get the gold mods. So that will be in a different video. Hold on, someone is asking where this. There it is. Asking where the barbecue gloves were. Okay. But yeah, here we go. Level 30. We are 23 is where I got to doing this. We got our builds, our cradle. We got four-piece cradle here. This is a really nice one for us. It's gonna actually really help a lot on the spider because she has a lot of weak spots on her rear. Now, in this fight, the reason our dino is so good is, and it's only really good if you let him hit her first. And what that does is it immediately applies a ton of stacks of burn on her, so that when you hit her, it does an explosive amount of damage. So we're going to call him out. He missed. He hit her, and now we can start hitting her. You see that very first fire tick was 4,000. We're going to dodge, and boom, she's immune already. So what we do is we recall our pyro, call him back, let him rest up, reload, get behind this pillar. Okay, she's immediately going to go up there. Sometimes she does a couple of other things there are 4 eggs we need to kill. 2 there, 1 there, 1 there, and as soon as our dino heals, let him attack her again. She'll fall down, and you can shoot her in these weak spots. Look at that. She's already immune again. So she's going to get right back up and go right back on the pillar. You kill the 4 eggs again and finish her off, and that's the end of the fight. It's that easy. So she's going to jump back up there. Now we're going to kill the eggs again. Make sure they die. And you don't have to use your Pyro Dino, but it does do a lot of damage. Okay, we got hit with a web there, but it's okay. We don't even have to heal because now she's dead. Look at that. Fight is over. Call your Pyro Dino back. Reload. We got 1980 experience. Now what's cool is, because we're way lower than her, the closer you get to her level, the a lot more experience you're going to get. I think the maximum experience you start getting is like 2,400, and that lasts up to about level 30. And then if you want to farm her all the way to level 40, you still end up getting like 1,800 experience per kill in those higher levels. As you can see, we got a ton of asterism too, so you can actually come in here and farm her if you want to get your asterism built up. Let's see, what is that? Oh, apparently we missed some too. Oh yeah, look at there. Now we got enough for a piece. And since this is unlocked right now normally you may only be able to go up to like 20,000, because this is separated into weeks. Like once you clear it, you have to wait so many days in order to get that again. But you should be able to at least get the weapon and your pieces from the Star Chrome without having to wait an entire month. Okay, we'll do it again one more time real quick. There's 1:59 seconds. I mean, look how fast that is. I mean, and we got a brand new account. Brand new account, guys. And you're already doing pro level times on this boss. It is wonderful. You can be the one who carry other people through these dungeons. There we go. We hit her right off the bat. And she's immune. Alright, now we jump and run. Let's see if she's going to do all of her attacks. Okay. Yep, just keep jumping. Make your way over to behind the pillar. That one especially you want to stay away from. If she catches you in that, it'll pull you toward her. But now, we'll just skip. That's it. That's all the attacks she's going to do. Because now we will force her into every other phase. Now this time we won't. I'll just show you what it looks like if you don't use the Pyro Dino. You can still do it easily. But in some of the late game bosses, absolutely, so I'm having to reload, but it's still going to go into immune right there. Look, she's already immune. So she should just jump right back up there. But you can see just how much quicker it is with your dino. It adds a huge bonus to your damage while it's attacking. And you get one of your cradles gives you bonus damage for having the deviant out. So whether it's attacking or not, just having the deviant out like this increases your damage by a lot too. Look at that. And the fight's over with. Just that fast, guys. Just that fast. I hope this video really helped y'all. And if it did, please subscribe and give it a like if this helped you get going in the game. I love this game. It's a wonderful game, but a lot of people have trouble getting started. So if this helped you, please let me know. And if you see me on one of the servers, just say hi, guys. And I look out for the intermediate version, like in the second week. I'll show how to get the legendary mods for this, and then for the pro version, we'll go into different kinds of ammo and even changing up some of the gear we're wearing for pro version. But it is for pros, because we'll be having almost no HP the entire time that we'll be using those builds. All right, I will see y'all in the next one.